So we got to talk about a guy that I know a lot of y'all are big fans of, because this is like the most popular Giants player to be going to his second year without a catch in the NFL yet.
Yeah.
Bryce Ford-Wheaton, who's called a freak of nature. A freak of nature. Now, that's usually not a good thing, but when you're a football player, that's usually a good thing. So Wan'Dale Robinson was talked to by the media, and this is what he had to say on him. He said, I mean, he's a freak of nature for real. He's strong as hell. He's fast. He can do it all. I'm pretty sure special teams is what they love the most about him, at least right now. But he still brings an added piece to our receiver room. He's a big body. He can block, strong hands, go up and get the ball. He's still developing in the receiver aspect, and obviously all of us are. But I think he's going to have a really big impact for us. That's some very kind words.
Yeah.
We're talking about a guy that's, let's be honest, you guys, barely made the roster. And I really think the only reason he made the roster, to be very frank with you guys, is because that the Giants know that if they dropped him, somebody else probably would have picked him up. If they thought they could have snuck him onto the practice squad, they probably would have. And probably would have kept like Allen Robinson or something like that. They got to give him a little more time to develop there. My biggest thing that I want to see is how is his hands, because that was his biggest issue in college. That man dropped the ball quite often. Like, I swear, instead of putting gloves on, he put some Vaseline on his hands. Like, it was a really ridiculous drop rate he had there, and that's what stopped him from succeeding so much in college. And if you can fix that, he's got great speed. He's got good route running. He's got quick turns at that point. He's got everything you could possibly want otherwise. That's the one issue he had in college, was the drops. And sometimes you can teach that, as far as, stopping, dropping the ball. Kind of like you saw last year with Slayton. We were hoping he's fixed that problem. He didn't have nearly the drop rate he had in prior years. But, yeah, that's an issue, guys, when you can't catch the ball and you're a receiver. So, but he can get open. He's got the size. He's got the speed.
He's got the power.
220 pounds, guys. 6'3", 220 pounds. Like, that's a big guy even for NFL receiver. Like, that's really a decent size there. And then when he threw like, was it a 4.3 40 he did his pro day, I think? Like, absolutely ridiculous. Like, the athletics and the physical profile on this kid are just unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. So, hopefully he can get it together as far as the catching. Because if he learns to, fix whatever problem, and I don't pretend to be a West Virginia football guy, like where I know the ins and outs of all that stuff. But if it's just as simple as like the way he's catching the ball and they can fix that or something like that, or, him do a little bit of grip on the ball as he goes to pull it in, or them repeating to him, hey, before you turn to make your next move, make sure the ball is actually in your hands.
Yes,
usually those three, one of those three are what it is. But
yeah.
This is a guy that I feel like he's going to be boom or bust. Like he's going to be the guy that either is going to be like coming out of nowhere and be very, very good, or he's going to be the guy that's like you have on the roster for the year, proves that he doesn't belong and is gone. I don't know which one it's going to be. I can tell you which one I'm rooting for. Obviously, is him to come out of nowhere and just kill it.
Obviously.
But, guys, 11.2 was his drop percentage in college. 11.2. That's insane. So, like I said, let's hope they get that fixed. Get him going the right way. Because if he doesn't, pan out, there's no big loss. But you want him to pan out because you see the physical nature he's got there. So,
if you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.